Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Nick Lepri of Awesemo.com. Today is June 10th, 2022, and in today's video, we're going to be going over my top 3 picks over on PrizePicks for tonight's NBA Finals matchup, Game 4, the Golden State Warriors at the Boston Celtics. But before we could get into things, I would like to ask that if you guys are new to the channel and you do end up enjoying today's video, that you please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And while you're down there, whether you are new to the channel or not, please make sure that you do leave a like on today's video. It would help us out a ton. And if you would like to follow me on Twitter, please do so at Notorious FNTSY. So without further ado, let's get into my top 3 picks for tonight's Game 4 match. My first pick is going to be Jaylen Brown of the Celtics over 6.5 rebounds. We currently have him projected to get 7.15 rebounds in tonight's matchup, meaning that this prop has an expected win percentage of 57%. Thus far, through the first 3 games of the finals thus far, we have seen Brown go over 6.5 rebounds in 2 of the 3 games. The only game in which he ended up going under on the total was in game number 2, and that was the game where the Celtics got absolutely torched 88-107, and Brown only played 28 minutes compared to his normal 35 plus minutes per game. Looking at the playoffs as a whole, in round number 1 up against the Brooklyn Nets, he went over in 1 of 4 games. In round number 2 up against the Milwaukee Bucks, he went over in 4 of 7 games. And in the Eastern Conference Finals up against the Miami Heat, he went over in 4 of 7 games. So tonight, assuming that this game is close and not a blowout like the game in game number 2 where they got blown out and then Brown doesn't play too many minutes and he isn't able to go over, I think there's going to be a close game. Even if the Celtics end up losing, I think they keep it close. I think Jaylen Brown is going to easily be able to eclipse over 6.5 rebounds. Next up, we will move to my second pick, and that is going to be Al Horford of the Celtics over 3 assists. We currently have him projected to get 3.02 assists in tonight's matchup, meaning that this prop has an expected win percentage of 57%. Looking at the first 3 games of this NBA Finals series, we can see that Al Horford went over in 1 game, pushed 1 game, and went under in the other game. The game in which he went under was in game number 2. If you've noticed a quick trend here, the 2 Celtics players we've talked about both went under the total in game 2 in the game where they got blown the fuck out, right? Where the game was not close at all. As long as the Celtics are able to keep it close tonight, we should expect Horford to either push or go over on the assist total. Looking at the playoffs as a whole, in round number 1 up against the Nets, he went over in 0 of 4 games and pushed once. In round number 2 up against the Bucks, he went over in 3 of 7 games and pushed the other 4 games. And in the Eastern Conference Finals up against Miami, he went over in 2 of the 6 games and pushed the other 4 games. So again, maybe he won't go over 3 assists, but as long as he pushes, that's not too bad. But I do definitely expect him to get at least 4 assists in tonight's game. And I definitely expect this game to be a very hard-fought game for both teams, thus the score being very close at the end. Before we pivot on into my final pick of today's video, I would like to give you guys a quick word from our friends and our sponsor over at PrizePicks. PrizePicks offers daily prop-based contests. If you guys use promo code Awesemo, you'll be receiving a $100 first match deposit bonus. There are no sharks, no optimizers, or mass entries. 5-player lineups can net you guys up to 10 times your entry fee. You can use your knowledge of multiple sports with the cross-sport entries. You can download it in the App Store, the Google Play Store. Go ahead and head on over to their website, prizepicks.com. You can use our free PrizePicks NBA prop tool to help you guys make the best selections possible, and you can get 1 free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum when you sign up using the link in the video description down below and make your first deposit on PrizePicks. You'll receive an email within 24 to 48 hours after to redeem your free month of Awesemo Plus Platinum. Again, guys, promo code Awesemo on PrizePicks will give you guys a $100 first match deposit bonus. So back on into the video. Back on into my final pick of today's video, and it is going to be another Celtic. Every single player in today's video is on the Boston Celtics, and that is going to be Derrick White over 10.5 points. We currently have him projected to get 11.08 points in tonight's matchup, meaning that this prop has an expected win percentage of 54%. So far, through the start of the series, White has gone over 10.5 points in 2 of 3 games, and he failed to eclipse 10.5 points in game number 3. But in game number 3 was the game in which he played the least amount of minutes in any game of this final series. So assuming he plays around his normal total of minutes, I think he's going to be going over. Looking through the playoffs in round number 1, he went over in 0 games. In round 2, he went over in 2 of 7 games, and in the Eastern Conference Finals, he went over in 3 of 6 games. Tonight, I expect him to play his normal amount of minutes, and I expect him to eclipse over 10.5 points. Derrick White has been a key piece in this Celtics, run towards the championship in their last couple of games that they've been winning. Derrick White has played quite well, and I definitely expect him to eclipse over 10.5 points tonight. So there are multiple ways for you guys to win on PrizePicks. There's the flex play option. If you get 2 out of these 3 plays correct, then it pays out 1.25. If you get 3 out of the 3 plays correct, then it pays out 2.25. If you like all of these plays, then you can do the power play. You have to hit all 3. Must hit all 3. But if you do, it pays out 5 times your entry fee. Again, guys, please make sure you use promo code Awesemo if you are new to PrizePicks, and you will get a $100 first match deposit bonus. Again, promo code Awesemo, AWESEMO. My picks real quick to recap. We had Jaylen Brown of the Celtics over 6.5 rebounds, Al Horford of the Celtics over 3 assists, and Derrick White over 10.5 points for the Celtics. I love you guys all. Hope you did end up enjoying today's video, and let me know down below in the comment section some picks that I didn't talk about today that you may like for tonight. Again, I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' day, and as always, good boy.